Hello, my name is Christopher Irvine. I'm a priest of the Church of England, and I'm now technically retired, although I'm looking after two lovely villages in East Sussex, Ewhurst Green and Bodiam, and a priest in charge of those two parishes. I'm also Rural Dean of Rye, which gives me a wider involvement and engagement in our Diocese of Chichester. And I've been made an Honorary Teaching Fellow of St Augustine's College of Theology, where I also do some teaching. Of course, theology does matter. It's been a lifelong occupation for me. I've spent, I think, something like 23 years in theological institutions of different kinds and playing different roles. But what's kept me studying theology is this conviction that theology matters. And it's far more than just an academic subject. It matters to me because theology is again asking those really, really important questions about life and death and suffering, questions to which there may not be immediate answers. And as life changes, circumstances change, sometimes the old answers just don't deliver, don't actually, and it's not a question of explaining, but it's a question of exploration. Part of the adventure of studying theology here at St Augustine's, or indeed anywhere, is knowing that one is always going beyond our understanding of God. If God is God, then we'll never have God in our pockets. We'll never be able to say, this is what we think God is. We can't reduce God to a proposition. Of course, we all have certain convictions, we have certain understandings, which are hugely helpful. You know, we understand God to be like this. But in our study of Scripture and of the Christian tradition, the writing of the saints and so on, again and again, our constructions have to just be gently opened up, questioned, if you like, because let's go back. A question is a quest. It's moving forward. It's looking ahead. It's taking something, taking apart. Oh, you've broken my idea of God, somebody might say. Well, no, we haven't. We're just absolutely opening it up so that you can have a wider vision of God and of God's purposes for the world. My favourite theologian is a monastic theologian, of course, Anselm of Canterbury. And Anselm said, God is greater than anything we can conceive in our minds or imagine. And in a sense, the reality of God is always something bigger than we can speak about or set out in an argument. So that's the adventure of theological study, that quest for the reality of God that leads us to question. It's not the cynical question. It's not the question of Pontius Pilate, who said to Jesus Christ, "What is truth?" It's that opening up of an issue, an image, an idea, a way of speaking, and saying, what is the reality behind what is being said here? And that, I think, is real theology, looking at our talk about God.